Good morning. Let's start the exercise 4.3 from the question number 6. Question 6 is if the work done by a body on application of a consonant force is directly proportional to the distance traveled by the body, express this in the form of an equation in two variables and draw the graph of the same by taking the constant force as 5 units. Also read from the graph the work done when the distance traveled by body is 2 units and 0 unit. Here work done by a body on application of a constant force is directly proportional to the distance, and we all know distance is directly proportional to the speed. It's depend on the speed. Whether the speed is fast, we cover the distance more distance. So here force is 5 unit and distance traveled by the body is 2 units. For second part it's 0 unit. Distance travel, distance is let distance covered x, work done y, and the constant force that is 5 units. Again I am repeating, work distance is x unit, work done y unit, constant for it is given to us that is 5 units. So as we all know, work is directly proportional to the distance. Y is directly proportional to x. So constant force is 5 here. So y equal to force is 5. Y equal to 5x. 5x. Now this is the condition. So let's solve it. X, y, x is 1. Then the value for the y is 5 into 1. It's 5. So y is 5. Next, if x is 1, then y is 5 because y equal to 5x here. Let's substitute another value. Let y is 5. Y equal to 5x. X is 0, then y is also 0. If x is 0, then y is also 0. Now this is the table. Let's plot it. Now let's draw the Cartesian plane. X-axis, y-axis. On x-axis I have taken 1, 2, 3. On y-axis it is up to 1 to 10 by taking the distance of 1 unit. X is 1. When x is 1, then plot the y 5. Yes, this is the right position. Next is here x1, y 5. Second condition is when x is 0, then y is also 0. It means they will meet at the origin. Yes, this is the origin. X and y both are 0 here. Now join the line. It should be a straight line. Yes, this is the condition on which we have drawn the graph y equal to 5x. Now in first part units are given to us, these are 2 units, and for the second it is 0. h2 when x is 2. X is 2. So check it where it meets with the y at the 10. So we can say that x is, when x 2, then y is 10. For a distance of 2 units, work done is 10 units. When distance is 2, then work done is 10 units. Let's check it for the second. When distance is 0 unit, then what is the work done? Obviously it's 0. When distance is 0, then work done is also 0. So work done equal to 0 unit. Now question 7. Yamini and Fatima, 2 students of class 9 of a school, together contribute ₹100 toward Prime Minister's Relief Fund to help the earthquake victims. Write a linear equation which satisfies this data. Draw the graph for the same. It's very simple question. Here are 2 friends, Yamini and Fatima. Let's contribution of Yamini is rupee X. Yamini and Fatima, they both contribute ₹100. So let's assume contribution of Yamini is rupee X and contribute for the Fatima is Y. Together it means X plus Y equal to 100. Together they will contribute, they will collect ₹100. So let contribution of Yamini is rupee X, Fatima Y, X plus Y equal to 100. Equal to 100. Now this is the equation. For the given condition, we also have to draw the graph for the same. So let's make a table here. X and Y. We will substitute the value for the X and Y. We can substitute any value for the X or for the Y. Together they collect ₹100. So let's take X is 50. X is 50, then Y is also 50. 50 plus Y equal to 100. Y equal to 100 minus 50. 100 minus 50. Y equal to 50. So when we will substitute X 50, Y is also 50. Next is let's X 70. 70 plus Y. 70 plus Y equal to 100. Y equal to Y equal to 100 minus 7. Take 70 on the right side. 100 minus 70. Y equal to 30. Now this is the table. According to the given condition, when X plus Y is equal to 100, you can substitute any value. You can substitute 10, 20, 30. Here number is in, their sum is in the form of 100. So you can substitute any value. Now let's draw the graph for this condition. You can see here, this is the graph sheet. X-axis, Y-axis. Number is up to 70. So I am taking the distance of 10 units. The distance what you have to take, it is according to your table. When the numbers are in the form of 1 to 10, then you can take the distance of 1 unit. If they are in the form of 100 or tens, here we are having the distance of 50, 30, 70. So let's take the distance of 1 unit, 10 units, 10 units. The first is X 50, Y is also 50. Now join them. This is the point where x and y both are 50. Second is 50, y is also 50. Second condition, x is 70, y is 30, x 70, y is 30. Now these are the two coordinates which we have to plot on the graph sheet. Join them with the help of scale. This is the straight line. Now this is the graph for the question number 7. X plus y equal to 100 is the equation. Question 8. In the country like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, whereas in countries like India, it is measured in Celsius. Here is a linear equation that converts Fahrenheit to Celsius, and the equation is Fahrenheit equal to 9 upon 5c plus 32. As we all know, in the countries like USA and Canada, temperature is measured in Fahrenheit, and India we measured it in the form of the calculus. So this is the equation. This is the form in which we can convert the Celsius into Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit into Celsius. In science you have also done this type of questions. So condition is Fahrenheit is equal to 9 upon 5 Celsius plus 32. First part is, in this question we have 5 parts. We will solve all these 5 one by one. So first is draw the graph of the linear equation above using Celsius for the x-axis and Fahrenheit y. You can see here x-axis, that is C, and y as a Fahrenheit. So we can write here y equal to 9 upon 5 x plus 32. Because it's given to us, we can use Celsius as x-axis and Fahrenheit as y-axis. It is given to you. At the place of C we can write x, and at the place of F we can write y. So when the Celsius is 0, Fahrenheit equal to 9 upon 5. When the Celsius is 0, then let's find the value for the Fahrenheit. It becomes 32 because 9 upon 5 multiplied by 0, it is 0. So Fahrenheit equal to 32. Second is let's Celsius as 5 because we can easily divide it by the denominator. Celsius is 5. Nine upon 5 into 5. At the place of C we will write the 5 plus 32. We can cancel 5 by 5. So Fahrenheit equal to 32 plus 9. It's become 41. It is 41. Now this is the table for the first equation. First condition. Now we have to draw the graph. Celsius as x-axis, Fahrenheit as y-axis. Here values are up to 41, and on the x-axis it is up to 5. So x-axis we will take the distance of 1 unit, and on the y-axis we will take the distance for the 10 units. We can take the different distances for the x and y, but it should be same for the x-axis. At x-axis you can see here in all numbers distances are at the 1 unit, and on the y-axis it is 10 units. So first condition, x 0, y 32. 30, above 30 we can count 2 small boxes, and when x is 5, y is 41, so it is 41 more box above the 40, 41. You can see here in this graph there are 10 small boxes. Now these are the two coordinates. Join them. And you have to always remember one thing, student, when you are drawing the graph, on the graph sheet, your line should be straight. So Fahrenheit equal to 9/5C plus 32. Now this was the graph for the part 1. Second is, if the temperature is 30 degrees Celsius, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? Here Celsius is 30 degree, it is given to us. We have to substitute C is 30 degree and find the value of the Fahrenheit. Simply you can suppose this is an equation and in which we have to substitute C is 30. So F equal to 9/5 into 30. At the place of C we will write 30. It is given to us. Celsius is 30 degree given to us. Plus 32. Now divide it. 30 by the 5. 5 ones are 5. 5 6 are 30. Now multiply 6 and 9. 54. Plus 32. So F equal to 86. Add both of them. Fahrenheit equal to 54 plus 32. It is 86 degree. So when Celsius is 30 degree, Fahrenheit is 86 degree. Third part is, in third part, if the temperature is 95 degree Fahrenheit, then what is the temperature in the Celsius? Yes student, in this part, third part, Fahrenheit is given to us, that is 95 degree, and we have to find the value of the Celsius. So at the place of F we will write 95 degree. 95 equal to 9/5 C Celsius plus 32 plus 32. Now we have to find the value of the C here. So take 32 on the left side. When we will take it on the left side, its sign should be changed. So 95 minus 32 equal to 9/5 C Celsius. Now subtract both of them. 95 minus 32, it is 63. 9/5 C. Now C equal to, take the 9/5 C on the other side. So when we will move on the left side, we will do its reciprocal. It's become 5/9 equal to C Celsius. After the reciprocal of 9/5, it's become 5/9. Now we can easily divide 9 by the 63. 9 ones are 9. 9 sevens are 63. Now Celsius equal to 7 into 5, 35. It is 35 degree. So when Fahrenheit is 95 degrees, Celsius is 35. Fourth part, if the temperature is 0 degree, what is the temperature in Fahrenheit? And if the temperature is 0 degree Fahrenheit, what is the temperature in Celsius? Here we have to substitute firstly Celsius equal to 0, and then we have to find the Fahrenheit, and second we have to substitute Fahrenheit 0 and we have to find the value of the Celsius. It means one by one we have to substitute 0 firstly for the Celsius and then for the Fahrenheit. So Celsius is 0. F equal to 9/5 into 0 plus 32. So Fahrenheit equal to 32 degree, because when we multiply 9/5 by 0, it's become 0. So Fahrenheit is 32 degree. Second is, when Fahrenheit is 0, F is 0. F equal to Fahrenheit is 0 is given to us. We have to find the Celsius. 0 equal to 9/5 C plus 32. Now we will take the 32 on the left side. So when we will move 32 to the left side, its sign will be changed. It's plus 32. 0 minus 32 equal to 9 upon 5c. Now in the next step we will do the reciprocal for the 9 upon 5, because when it is moved to the left side it's divide 32. So we can write 32 multiply 5 by 9 equal to Celsius. Here you can see 32 and 9, they are not divisible. So we will do the multiplication. Minus 32 by the 5. 32 into 5, 5 to the 10, 1 is carry, 15 plus 160. This is minus 160 upon 9. So Celsius equal to minus 160 upon 9 when Fahrenheit is 0. So when we will divide minus 160 by 9, 9 was the 9. Remainder is 7. It's 9 sevens are 63. 17.7. So when Fahrenheit 0, Celsius is minus 17.77. Part 5 is, if there is a temperature which is numerically same in the both Fahrenheit and Celsius, if yes, find it. Yes, here we have to find out whether the temperature is numerically same for the Fahrenheit and Celsius. So let's take Fahrenheit and Celsius, they both are equal. If the temperature for the both are equal, then Fahrenheit and Celsius, they both are equal. So let's take Fahrenheit is equal to Celsius. F equal to C. If F equal to C, so at the place of C we can write 32. Equation is F equal to Fahrenheit equal to 9 upon 5 Celsius plus 32. So here at the place of Celsius we can write the Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit equal to 9 upon 5 F plus 32. Now we will find the value of the F by taking the LCM. Firstly take 9 upon 5F on the left side. F minus 9 upon 5 F equal to 32. Now take the LCM. Denominator is 5 here. 5 F upon 1 minus 9 upon 5 F. 5F minus 9F upon 5 equal to 32 minus 4 plus minus minus, and we have to carry the greater value sign. So what is left with us? Minus 4 F upon 5 equal to 32. F equal to Fahrenheit equal to take minus 4 by 5 on the other side. Fahrenheit equal to 32 into 5 upon minus 4. Now we can cancel 32 by minus 4. 4 ones are 4. 4 8s are 32. So Fahrenheit is minus 40 degrees Celsius. So for the minus 40 degrees Celsius, both Fahrenheit and Celsius are same. Exercise 4.4, question 1. Give the symmetrical representation of y equal to 3 as an equation in one variable. Here simply you have to plot y equal to 3 in the one variable. So first is we have to plot y equal to 3 in one variable. So simply you can draw a line. And second, in the two variable. For the two variable we will draw the proper Cartesian plane on the graph sheet. You can see here for the second part I have used here a graph sheet. with the complete Cartesian plane. For the one variable, we will simply draw it on the number line. So draw a line with the help of scale and mark the points 0, 1, 2, plus values on the right side and minus on the left side. Here we have the plus 3. So mark it up to 4. We have to show y equal to 3. Minus on the left side. Y equal to 3. Now circle it. We have to do this question just like the number line which we have already done in the previous classes, in the junior classes. So just you have to draw a simple line, straight line, and mark the numbers on it and circle the required value. Here required is y equal to 3. Secondly, we have to, in second part, we have to plot y equal to 3 in two variables. So let's draw x-axis and the y-axis. You can see here in the graph sheet I have plotted x-axis and y-axis, positive x, negative x, positive y, negative y, y3. So x is 0 obviously. 1 is given to us, second variable is not given to us. Y is 3, so it means x is 0. So let's draw when x is 0. Y is 3. This is the origin point. Lines where the x-axis and y-axis meet, that is called the origin point. Now this is the y3. Draw a line. One coordinate is given to us only, 0 and 3, that is 0 and 3. So draw a line which is parallel to the x-axis. You can see here when we will draw a line at the y3, our required line is parallel to the x-axis. You can see here. Or another word, we can say that if x is 0 and value of y is given to us, that line should be parallel to the x-axis. Let's see the second. Give the geometrical representation of 2x plus 9 equal to 0 as an equation in one variable and two variable. This is same as the question 1. For the first part, we will just draw it on the simple straight number line, and for the two variable, we will use the graph sheet. So firstly, let's find the value of x. Equation is 2x plus 9 equal to 0. So firstly, let's solve the equation. Then we will solve it. Value for the x is minus 4.5. Let's see how we can find it. Here 2x plus 9 equal to 0. Take 9 on the right side. It's become minus 9. 2x plus 9 equal to 0. X equal to 9. X equal to minus 9 by 2. Minus 9 divided by 2. It is minus 4.5. When we will divide 9 by 2, it is minus 4.5. Now it means we have to plot minus 4.5 on the number line for one variable. Draw a simple straight line which you can see I have already drawn these two planes, first for the one variable, second for the two variables. For one variable, simply draw a straight line. 0, 1, and on the left side write the negative value, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Our required value is minus 4.5. So it's lie between 4 and 5, just at the middle of the 4 and 5. At the center. So mark a dot at the center between the 4 and 5. You can, with the help of scale, you can easily find their midpoint. Yes, this is the minus 4.5. Now this is the graph for the one variable. In class 6, 7, 8, you have already done this type of question. You know it very well how you have to draw the given value on the number line. Second, we have to plot it for the two variable. So you can see here x is minus 4.5. If x is minus 4.5, then value for the y is 0. Y is 0. You can see here I have already drawn here x positive x, negative x. So we have to move at the negative x, which is on the left side. It's lie between minus 4 and minus 5. So between 4 and 5, you can see here we have 10 small boxes. So we have to make a mark at their center. Minus 4.5 and y is 0. Now draw a straight line. So you can see here at the y0 and y0 at the x-axis, line should be parallel to the y-axis. So when y is 0, line is parallel to the y-axis. So this is the required line which we have to do for the second part. Now this was your chapter 4. Hope so it's clear to you.